Today, the 21st of June 2024, we're excited to launch our first organizational truth and reconciliation strategy. Developed in collaboration with Indigenous advisors, a great deal of thought and work has gone into ensuring it's as meaningful and as tangible as possible. From first contact, newcomers and settlers to the land we now call Canada have had a profound and negative impact on the Indigenous peoples. Oppression, discrimination, and violence have resulted in intergenerational trauma and a fundamental breach of rights. As a current-day settlement agency working closely with and on behalf of the Government of Canada and other institutions, we are seeking to understand, acknowledge, and learn from the past to be a part of a better future built on respect, collaboration, inclusion, and meaningful engagement. Our work with newcomers to Canada of all types, whether permanent or temporary, provides us with a special opportunity and responsibility to promote, educate, and model the practices of truth and reconciliation. This strategy represents the next phase of work and the commitment of our entire organization to be thoughtful, intentional, and accountable for our own development. Like many organizations, we've done some work up to now, but know that this is just the start. We thank everyone who's been part of the work to develop the plan, especially our friends, colleagues, and guides, Corey Wilson and Tammy Pierce. Their wisdom and knowledge have been instrumental throughout. Though any gaps or shortfalls in this work remain our own, we hold up our hands in gratitude and appreciation. Our vision of an organization is a time where everyone grows and thrives, where we all learn from each other and support one another as we build our futures together. To our staff, our volunteers, our partners, and most importantly to those we serve, we extend an invitation to join us in making this vision inclusive of those who have called these lands home for time immemorial. Together, we can make ISSofBC and all the communities we serve that much stronger. Thank you.
I would like to start by holding my hands up to the ancestors and to those that went before that ensured that I am still here and my children are still here in this land that is now called Canada. I'd also like to honor everybody that has worked to make this world a better place, to make it a more inclusive place, to make sure that Indigenous peoples, our ways of knowing and being, are truly honored and incorporated. It's important that every person in Canada understands the historical reality of Canada, the truth about the history of Canada, as well as the contemporary reality that Indigenous peoples in Canada place. You've heard the word reconciliation that came about from the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in 2015. And what is important to remember from that is that everybody has a role to play in reconciliation. Every single Canadian, every single newcomer to Canada, and every single organization, a service organization, government organizations, company, businesses, all have roles that they have to play in reconciliation. As part of this recognition that everybody has a role to play in reconciliation, Tammy Pierce and I were very excited to partner with ISSofBC to help them make their truth and reconciliation strategy. It was done with open hearts and open minds, and done with a compassion and a commitment to doing things differently and to doing things better, not only for the inclusion of Indigenous people and the support of Indigenous people, but really truly to ensure that newcomers are welcome in this land and that newcomers understand the place and space of the new country that they now call home. It's so important that they understand the truth and the realities of Canadian history and the place that they live in and what their role is in advancing reconciliation in Canada. And it's important that they feel fully involved as well. There's a rich history that Indigenous people in Canada have, a beautiful culture, beautiful languages, and we want to share that as Indigenous people with the newcomers to this land, just as much as we want to learn from them. One thing I've been known to say many times is the reality is that we are truly all stronger together. If everyone has a voice and everyone has access and everybody is included, we will be better and stronger. And we really appreciate the work and the commitment of ISSofBC and the incredible work that they've done and the work that we know they will continue to do. And we really appreciate that. And I hold my hands up to all of the work that everybody has done and will do. Thank you for your time.